Okay, so some of you are starting to get interview requests from our schools, and this is a preparation video. So I'm going to give you six or seven steps to prepare for a video chat before, and four ideas to kind of keep in mind while you're doing the video chat. And because this is a 12,000 miles away video chat, your first impression is probably going to be your only impression, so you want it to be good. And also, this is one of those do as I say, not as I do things, because I'm in a coffee shop right now, and probably the quality of the sound is not very good, and the distractions are probably not going to be good either. But for you, you want to find a quiet place, okay? So you need to find a quiet place, and you need to make sure that it's well lit. You don't want the light to be behind you, like that light is right there. You want the light to be coming from in front of you, hitting your face. You want a nice background to it. This, I don't know how this looks to you, but you want a nice background, not just a white wall. It kind of looks strange, but that's okay. And it absolutely needs to be quiet with no distractions. Tell your friends, tell your family, don't knock on the door. Don't have your cell phone buzzing on the table next to you. Don't have any distractions. Be prepared to be completely focused on the person that's asking you questions. And then test everything. Test your Skype connection. Test how it sounds. Test how you look. Have a friend or family member test it the day before, and perhaps an hour before the conversation too. Have your friend or family member tell you, like, yeah, you sounded a little boxy. Maybe you're too close to the microphone. Maybe you're too far away. You know, my microphone's here, so it doesn't sound different. But, you know, test everything about it. So, well-lit, quiet place, test everything, dress conservatively. And by the way, I'm going to put all of these comments, you know, below in the article, so you can see all these. Dress conservatively. Guys, you know, wear a collared shirt. You can wear a jacket as well. That looks good. But act like you're going to be in a classroom. You don't have to have a tie. Not many teachers wear ties these days. And girls, you know, high neckline, you know, solid colors, conservative. You don't want to be dressing too flashy, all right? And consider learning, you know, this is just a suggestion, it's not something you have to do, but consider learning the native phrase for hello to start the conversation. You know, in Korean, that's 안녕하세요. And you can Google this. This is not a language lesson right now. In Chinese, it's ni hao, right? And basically, it just shows that you're interested in their culture. And maybe at the end of the conversation, you can say thank you. In Korean, 감사합니다. In Chinese, I'm not very good at it, but 谢谢你. I don't know if that was any good. I'm in China right now, so if you know Chinese, you can leave me a comment. But the last thing to do before your video chat is read through your resume and profile and research the school. Understand what you wrote about yourself, because that person read it and they're going to ask you about it. And also, you want to be able to speak to what they do. You know, speak about their school. Maybe offer some ideas for how you can improve their school. So be prepared. You know, treat this just like any other interview. And in fact, you're going to need to treat it perhaps even more seriously than another interview, because of the distance of it and the you know, the various difficulties with doing an internet conversation that don't exist in a real conversation. Now, during the video chat, you want to be professional and positive. You know, look professional, sit up straight, act professional, smile a lot. You know, let your personality come out. Because remember, you've gotten this interview because you've already passed their, you know, requirement check. You know, you have the skills that they're looking for and probably the experience they're looking for. And now they just want to see your personality. So, you know, let your personality come out. And another thing, speak clearly and slowly. There's a chance that the person doesn't speak perfect English. I'm speaking to you kind of quick right now because I assume that you're all native English speakers. And so, you know, when you're speaking to Koreans or Chinese hiring managers, don't use slang. Don't use lots of weird idioms and expressions that they might not understand. Don't make little side comments that don't make perfect sense. Speak directly, speak clearly, and speak in very plain, good English. Now, something else, they're probably going to come straight out and ask you, why do you want to teach English or math or history or whatever subject you're being hired or they're interested in for you? Why do you want to teach that in our country? You know, be prepared to answer this question and be specific, you know, if you can. You know, I know not everybody has a specific reason for wanting to go abroad, but try to come up with something specific. You know, you want to learn the language. You know, I took a Korean history class in college and I loved it. And, that's honestly a big reason why I went over the first time. So do your research on them, understand, what they're about so that you can talk about specific things that perhaps interest you about going to their school. Um, and and then the last thing is they're probably going to ask you, what experiences do you have that are going to be beneficial for our school? And again, try to be specific. Try to give them experiences that you've had with leadership or teaching that apply to a classroom, that apply to running a club activity, for the students, or anything that would interest a school manager who is looking to hire a teacher who is going to be an integral part to the school community. Again, they've read your resume, but you're going to want to emphasize those things that are really important. I have certification, for example. Help them form an image of you in the classroom, as a teacher, leading children. And, emphasize those points that they might not remember from your resume. So that's about 10 points that we think will be very helpful for you to prepare beforehand, as well as things to think about during the interview. Practice your interview with a friend. It's always very helpful to sit down with somebody. Your mother, that's fine. Practice with your friend, your mom. Practice in front of your dog. Just practice a little bit, and it will be much better during the actual interview. If you have any experience that can, really help them form an image of you that you want them to form, bring it up. Make sure to bring it up. This is your chance to shine, just like any interview, and you want to make the most of your time. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact myself or Matt. We're always happy to help. And heck, if you even want to practice an interview, I'm happy to do it. So send us a message. Good luck.